Hey everyone, Zadok Leader here, and I guess right now I'm gonna go ahead and say it just a little bit. But anyways, so there's been a few updates today that actually were pretty nice, and I want to go ahead and show them for the hell of it. So, number one, yesterday I found, better said, another power destroyer. Now this one is really dirty, you guys, of course, I made a video on it and everything, but the arm right now is glued, it's like fixed, and it will still, it still needs a lot of things and such, but we'll go with the things of today. So today I went to this one big collector's meeting that they make where you can buy, sell, trade, whatever. I actually got plenty of good things. I got this robot commander that the gearbox is broken, of course, it's still in there. And this is basically the same generation as the blue one that I have, not this one. This one's older. It's this one. But that wasn't everything. No, it was not everything. No, 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 no. In that same spot, I basically also bought a laser robot fighter that doesn't have its original sword. And, let me say this, I regret so much having bought this because the mechanics inside are inexistent. The body stays together, but the top cover of the gearbox, the gears and everything, the circuitry, everything electronic is just gone. Thank goodness the arm lights are not gone, but the face light, the contacts, the tins inside, everything is just gone. To my surprise, the lower body gearbox is still fine. Now, it came with the sword that it's not its original one, but I can't get over how fucking beautiful the sword is. It's got that pearl coating that a lot of things from the 90s have, and I love the fucking yellow blade. I love it. This one is proper for a wing fighter or something. It's not for a robot fighter. Anyways, moving on. I also bought not one, but two Puccis. They're the exact same one. This is one of them. This is the one that had all four legs. Because here's basically the thing. Of course, you can actually claim things in the Facebook group and then actually go ahead and pay for them and everything, and that's what I did. Basically, the first one that showed up was this one. And it didn't have one of its front legs, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. I mean, it doesn't have anything aside from, the ears, which I'm glad both actually have their original ears. And I was like, oh, that sucks. Okay, I went ahead and bought this one because I was like, even if I cannot... Because here's one little backstory. I actually used to have a blue one when I was 10 or 11. And it was a really, nice gift from a friend of mine who has owned it since I had memory. And at one point, the thing did not make any sound, and he gave it to me, and it was a really good gift. Ever since then, this specific version of the Pucci kept a place in my heart. Now, literally the day after I claimed this one shows up. And now this one is slightly worse because it's corroded and everything, but it actually has all four legs. And I just got done testing it with a new speaker because its original speaker's blown, same with the other one. And it works fine. It seems like the other one also works fine because I tried it out and it would just start clicking because the legs are actually out of adjustment. They were forced at some point, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work fine. I mean, this one did give me one hell of a scare because it did not work. It did not work until I reset it. I pushed the button thing it has on the lip, and it started working just fine. Both are first gens, as far as I'm aware of. If I haven't said it already. So I think I have a feeling I just said it, I don't know. They have that one barking that I remember from the one from my friend. And yeah, I mean, they're both going to be fixed up. I don't know what I'm going to do with the blue one. I don't know if I should actually scrap this one up and use the board and a few other components for the purple one. Because as I said, oh shit. I got this purple one 3 years ago. And the fucking thing never worked. It's always been dead, and I was like, yo, I want to revive this one at some point. It seems like it can be revived. So I don't know if I should just take the ears off. I don't even know how you take the ears off on these fucking things. It's just how weird it is. I have no idea how you take them off. And maybe, I don't know, maybe put the ears on there or something. Change the little glass for the nose, basically make it tip-top condition, but with its original parts. And yeah, I mean, that's, within Pucci's, that's basically it. I finally achieved the goal. Because, ever since yesterday, I've achieved plenty of goals. It's insane. I swear to God that it's insane. Number one, I achieved the goal of owning a Red Head Power Destroyer. I found it in Argentina, as I said before. The only one that I've ever seen in Argentina was far too overpriced, and it was in the internet. But I've never seen one in person. Turns out, one just pops up nearby. Amazing. I achieved the goal of having another green and, red green chrome commander. Even though this is, as I said, I thought this was going to be the very first gen, just like my other one, because here's basically what's going to happen. What basically has to happen for one to be just like this one. It's got to have a brown board with silver traces. It's got to have a certain fit for the arm that only some have. If anybody has ever seen the fighter skins, they have like these little teeth things. Okay, that's the fit that this one has. This one, however, has more of a square type fit. And it's the exact same fit that this one has for this one, for the arms. It also has a green board. So this one's basically another, I would call it somewhat a second gen. Yeah, but it still keeps some of the features of the first gen, like the chip it has, the screws and everything is just the same. Of course, the body is loose and everything. I took it apart just to see what was going on. The gear that goes up and down is split. Not a biggie. Then there's another gear that's also broken, and I'm pretty sure that the helical gear is going to be broken, but that's going to be fixed up soon. Of course, as I said before, the other goal was to finally own a laser robot fighter. I've been wanting one for years. Now, this one's not in the best of conditions, but as I said, with the help of Kevin, I can get it working. I just need his help. What else? Oh, this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll present you something. So, of course, you guys probably knew that NB toys are really rare and scarce. And I'm not meaning the thing, because you see things that are exactly like NB toys products that you see, but they are not the NB toy version. And let me tell you, and let me show you one little thing. I finally achieved to find one of my favorite things made by NB Toys, and it's a legitimate Tianyi NB Toys Santa Claus. This beauty. This is the bell-ringing Santa Claus that it's been restored before pretty poorly, and it basically walks, rings the bell, does it all at the same time because they kind of fucked up. It has red LED eyes, a light bulb in the head, a light bulb in the candle. The candle, as I said before, this is basically exactly what I was saying before. It's got a blow mold candle with the tip that you can just take off like that. It has the legs are actually thicker. They are not like, the standard ones. They're actually different. And of course, as usual, the Tianyi logo type on the back. Now, don't get guided by this. This is something that the previous owner did. Kind of fucked up, to be honest, because it's supposed to have the regular switch, and the body was actually all taped and such, and the head is hot glued. I'm gonna have to fix that. But this is the version that I most wanted of the bell ringing Santa Clauses, the legitimate NB Toys or Tianyi version, and I finally own it. And of course, I also found this thing. This is an Easter Monster by Jemmy. Yeah, finding Jemmy items these days, it feels weird. Of course, it's from 2006. It actually had its original Duracell batteries, believe it or not. And it works, and everything fully works. Move the mouth, sings 2 songs. I'm not really sure about what this really, I know it's from 2006, but I don't really know that much about it. I know it's part of that Monster Maniac series that they made, but I don't really know anymore. It's in pristine shape, that's one thing, it's really good. Okay, what else? Oh, this beauty. So, there was a post on Facebook on that group about that if you were to buy these two robots, yeah, you would be getting a bigger robot for free. Now, what is that big robot that they were mentioning? No other than Rex. Another fucking Rex. If two was not enough, this is the third generation, the one that Kevin is actually giving me. It's the one that comes in that classic shoebox, but it's the Toys World version. So it's basically almost like that one. Now, this one does have plenty of issues. The issues that I was able to notice right away, there's corrosion and everything. The battery cover's missing, of course. The little funnel piece is missing. The other battery cover's completely gone. And if you lift this one up, you're gonna find a little corrosion down there. Now, when I put the batteries for the sound, one of the buttons it started to sound like if it was getting constantly pressed, but it actually wasn't, so I don't know what really is going on there. I turned it on, the robot it struggled to walk, and right after a bit, it just opened up the chest, and it was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So other than that, I mean, of course, it has missing fingers, just like the other one that I have, and the fucking machine gun's completely gone, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna disable that part so it doesn't bother. And within the fingers, I'm just gonna wait on them because I want to see if I can recover the files off the fingers so I can give it 3D printed fingers just like the ones this one has, and maybe I'll have to remake this finger as well because it's gone there. One thing I like is that all the stickers are there. I love that. I absolutely adore that. And I mean, it's another pain in the ass project that I'll be fixing up very soon. Not really sure when, but as I said before, it's not something that I'm going to be doing tomorrow or the day past tomorrow. It's going to be something that I'm going to have to pretty much check all the time and everything to make sure that it all is properly adjusted and such. Once I close it, it's closed, it's done. Goodbye. Of course, the fucking flash. Okay, that's another one. I'm trying to remember what is the other, because I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. I already talked about Pucci's, already talked about the two animatronics, Commander, Destroyer, even though... Oh, this is one. Oh, this one. This piece of shit. It's a Happy Kid Mars robot, and it's really corroded, but I actually got it to work. And it doesn't even walk, it just stays there grinding, so it's gonna need some work. But now here's one thing. These boxing robots are made by Goldlock. Irony, they have the same remote as the Goldlock version of Rex. Of course, Goldlock made at least around 2 or 3 versions of Rex, while Toys World made the other bunch. But Goldlock actually took the chance to make a cable-controlled one. And this is the remote they put on it. Yeah, sounds fine, sounds fair. This has the sound of Rex. I'm nowhere near kidding, these two fucking remotes. The one for the yellow one does not make sound, but it has the speakers, so it must be just bad. But the one for the black one, you turn it on, you hear the shooting of Rex. You push this button or the other button to make it either punch with one hand or the other, and you're gonna hear really high-pitched steps. You know, the steps of Rex when it walks. That's what you're gonna hear. And once you push the button right here, you're just gonna hear a high-pitched fire. The fire that Rex does. And after a while, the LED here is gonna turn red, and after a while, it's gonna turn green again, and you're gonna hear the shooting as the first time you turned it on. It's insane. It's weird. They are broken. They actually work. Like this one, maybe this jabbing arm still works, but in this one, it just immediately quit. But it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. It's just weird. I have no words to say it. But I guess those are things that I'm going to be showing pretty soon once I get to each individual one. One thing for sure is that I'm not really going to get into that one anytime soon. That one is just scrap for now until I get pieces and everything for it. One thing is, Here's one funny thing. It's not Happy Kid. I thought it was a Happy Kid. I thought it was a Wang Kwong. I thought it was like a later version. You know, like exactly like what they did with the Top Robot. They released another one with a plastic gear. This one is not Wang Kwong at all. It's not Happy Kid. It's not Wang Kwong. And even the plastic texture, you know, me owning a couple of other red Happy Kid robots from back then. Let me see, because there's, of course, the one that does have the same type of plastic as that one, but as I said, it's a bit shinier. And I'm oh, and the 15, the Super Fighter 15, which is back there, they don't have this texture at all. And what I've always loved about this one and why I called it the Tutti Frutti Robot Fighter was because it's a really random thing, you know. You get the chest. The chest is usually gold, but you have these that can be blue, they can be green, they can be red like they are right now. It's a faded red. It looks like a pink or a copperish. But you know, they usually change that. It also can come with red or blue eyes. In this case, they're red. And either red or blue shoulders. In this case, of course, they are blue. Now, the one thing is, it's semi-complete. Even though from the, you know, from the accessories, I should call it. Because it does have the gun, and that's what I love about it, the freaking gun. But, as I said before, it's just not, you know, the sword is not the original, and it's basically a dissected robot, if you want to call it like that. Doesn't have the spring for the arms, it doesn't have the contact, it doesn't have the tints at the bottom, nor the motor, gears, nothing, absolutely nothing. It's just, it has the lights here, it has the contacts here, it has the light, of course, in the gun, and in that sword that it came with, but it doesn't have it in the face. And as I said, the lower body seems to be untouched, so that one is still fixable. But as I said before, it's pretty much like the blue one that I have. It's this one by its side. It's a bit, you know, it's a bit better within electronics, but a bit worse within mechanics because this one has no gearbox for the upper body. This one has a part of the gearbox that actually keeps it together, but no electronics, no speaker, no switch, nothing, absolutely nothing. So I don't know what's going to happen to this one, but I really want to see it running at some point. I mean, it is a possible repair. The thing looks pristine. It's something that can be fixed, so I just gotta wait for some help on it. But yeah, that's practically it. So I guess that's everything for now. Those are all the, you know, all the picks that I've got. A really good day. I achieved plenty of things, so I guess right now I can just go to sleep with a happy face, even though my bed is a mess. I'm gonna have to go to sleep somewhere else. Anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.